Hey guys, it's Spike. I haven't been on for a while, but alas, here I am. And I got something to complain about as usual. Okay, so today I decided that I'm going to talk about parents, something that really gets on my nerves. Now, first of all, parents, if you're watching this, please listen. Like, seriously. Any adults, parents, potential parents, even kids, I'm really hoping you can fill me on this. And, if you can respect where I'm coming from, I'd love to debate it with you because it's something that, like, I'm not going to hate somebody for disagreeing with me on this, or really on most things, I'm not going to hate somebody for disagreeing with me on. But, in fact, I try not to hate anybody, even if they hate me, so, yeah. And even in it deeper than I love the haters, but like a little bit deep, even deeper than that. But okay, so parents. Honestly, okay, I think that way too many parents seem to know what they're doing when they don't. Like they seem to think they have everything correct, but they really don't. Now I know my parents. They're far from perfect. Okay, I love my parents, but they've made mistakes, and hey, every parent does. But I feel like they raised me in a pretty decent manner. Like I said, there are things I disagree with, things I wish they had done better, things that I would never do for my kids. But I mean, I'm glad I'm one of the people who grew and learned not to just blindly agree or blindly fight my parents. But hey, they still got a lot more raising to do. Because I'll still be acting immature, and then they'll still have to raise me. But actually, no, I'm pretty good on that. But way too many parents, and I'm talking more parents of teens than anything. I think parents are too strict. There are parents that just don't care, but I think that, in generally, parents are too strict. And there's a difference between being lenient and not caring, because being lenient is allowing your kids to make their own decisions. Not caring is just not caring about your kids. Like, being lenient is saying, like, is giving your kids second chances and, you know, allowing your kids to figure out things for themselves a lot of times. But and keep in mind, there's a difference between the good lenient, which is letting your kids, figure out for themselves, and the bad lenient, which is making everything perfect for your kids. And I feel too many parents are way too strict. I know a lot of parents. Okay, and some of what parents do is immoral. Yeah, their rules that they inflict on their kids is immoral. One, and people are gonna think I'm an idiot or think I'm ridiculous for talking about this, but I just have to bring it up. I'm sorry, I just have to bring it up. And if you're a lot of people are gonna disagree, and that's okay. One is the way somebody talks in the household. We're not gonna have any bad language in my household. In my household, you'll be respectful to me. Even if I start being a total jerk to you, you can just respect me because I'm older than you. What does that teach your kids? That age automatically means you should get respect? That respect should be handed to you because you're older? Because that's what it teaches kids. That we should be on a scale of respect. No, I agree. Kids should respect their parents. Not give in to every whim of their parents, but respect their parents. But their parents have to show that same respect to their kids. And keep in mind, I'm talking somewhat intellectual kids. I'm not talking toddlers as much. I'm talking teenagers. You have to, if you want your kids to respect you, respect them. I'm not saying let your kids do whatever they want, but respect them. Okay? So, if you gotta teach your kids that to that respect is earned, and it's not Yeah. And when it comes to bad language, you can teach your kids whatever you want, but your kids, your kids can always express an opinion. You always have to let your kids express their opinion. Just try to make them find a better way to express their opinion if they're using bad language. Also, like, if they disagree with you on bad language, you can say, I think you need to worry more about them using it at school than in the house. Because if they're using it in the house, it's just your own personal discomfort. If they're using it at school, it's breaking a rule. But if they're going to if they're going to use it, teach them when and where to use it, kind of. Because some kids are going to use it whether you want them to or not. Me? No, just kidding. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just in general. Okay, this is more to the parents of girls. It is kind of to the parents of guys, but it's usually seen in girls. Okay, now I'm going to get straight up in your face on this. You have no right to tell your son or daughter, usually daughter, that she can't date. Okay? I mean, there's an appropriate age, I'm sure. But if you're a parent of a teenager, if they're in middle school, they should be allowed to date. Because when you tell them that they can't date, that they're not allowed to date, and I've dated some girls who aren't allowed to date. Yeah, I've done it. They're gonna date. Just letting you know. Whether you tell them they can, if you tell them they're not allowed to date, they're probably even more likely to date. If you don't give them the freedom, they'll want it. Sorry about that. But yeah, your kids are gonna date whether you want them to or not. So what you should instead teach them, instead of telling them not to date, is how to make good choices of dating. How to make sure it's based on love instead of lust. How to make sure they're making the right choices when it comes to dating. And I might have one more thing, is that just give your kids a little bit of freedom. Give them opportunities to learn and to learn to be responsible instead of just telling them no. Oh, one other thing. Never say because I said so. If your kid wants a reason, your kid deserves an intellectual answer and an intellectual reason. I don't care how young they are. No parent has any right to say because I said so, because that only tells them that I'm greater and you're lesser, so you're going to listen to me. And that doesn't teach people. That pisses people off. It makes people hate you even more. So if you want your kid to be good, just be good to your kid. Don't give them everything they want. Have them work for it. Have them earn it. But give them an opportunity to earn it. And only say no when you have to. And only say, usually either say yes, but follow these boundaries, or yes, but you have to earn it. You don't just give them things, but at the same time, you shouldn't just reject them things when you don't have to. So yeah, definitely open for debate about this. Love to hear all of your opinions, because I definitely respect everything you have to say. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Peace out.